It was the year 1963 when I earned my Bachelor of Law degree from the prestigious University of Calcutta. With a sense of determination, I set out towards Howrah, braving the chilly, misty morning in search of employment. The unforgiving Calcutta weather mirrored the city's economy, which had been unkind to me. As I disembarked from the cycle rickshaw, my face was pale and cold. Before me stood the modest dwelling I would share with two strangers for the foreseeable future. As I stepped through the gates, I was greeted by my two housemates. One, a distinguished gentleman with a sharp face and reading glasses, looked up from his book. The other, a pale-looking man, was engrossed in writing. The distinguished gentleman rose from his seat, eyeing me with interest. "You must be Dhruv Kishan," he said in a low, melodious tone. "Law school seems to have taken its toll on you." His perceptive gaze caught my frustrated expression, prompting him to add, "No need to be surprised. Your neat suit, tie, and briefcase with your name embossed on it made it fairly obvious, not to mention the Constitution in your hand." I was taken aback by his remarkable deductive skills. "Smart Blake," I exclaimed, unable to conceal my astonishment. "I am Chadraj Jha," he introduced himself, "and this my friend Dutt." The other man, who had been quietly observing until then, stood up and introduced himself. He was an aspiring writer, or as I like to call it, unemployed. Chadraj Jha, on the other hand, was a freelancer who took up cases as a private detective. I was impressed, and also relieved that I wouldn't have to spend my days with some dull, mundane individual. We sat down and chatted for a bit, only to be interrupted by a frantic-looking man standing in our doorway. "Mr. Azad," he said, "I need your help." Chadraj's face instantly contoured into a serious expression. "I am Pradeep Mukherjee," the man continued. "I am the owner and director at the old Chipper Playhouse. I wrote you a letter, I believe." "Oh yes," Chadraj Jha replied. "I remember. Well, let's get going then. Care to accompany us, Dhruv?" "Where?" I questioned. "This gentleman here thinks his theatre is being haunted by a vengeful spirit," Chadraj Jha replied, his tone surprisingly calm. It was as if something like that happened to him every day. Since I was looking to tour the city, I agreed to accompany them. We soon reached the theatre, and I must admit, it did look haunted. The eerie atmosphere was palpable. "We didn't want to disturb you at such an odd hour, and clearly, you had company over," Pradeep Mukherjee explained. "But a chandelier fell on our lead actor